Wow, I've never had this happen before. So I was delivering checkers to this customer, and I can't see the fucking number on the building. Do you see this? See how dark it is? Literally, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Like, why isn't there a fucking sign that says the fucking building number? Makes it so difficult. So I pull up, and there's these two people smoking outside. I roll down my window, and it's so sketchy, and I'm like, DoorDash? And they're like, nah. So I was like, great. And I tried, like, in the description it said, please call me once you arrive. So I called her, and it went straight to this, like, voicemail that said, sorry, the number you're trying to reach is unavailable. I was like, great, fantastic. I tried calling again, same exact thing. So I was so fucked. So I put can't reach customer on the app, which gives them like a 5-minute timer. And in all of the times that I've ever done food delivery, I've never had that timer reach 0, ever. It usually gets to like, the closest I ever got is like 1 minute. And usually I get like a call, or the person comes out and they're like freaking the fuck out. But it actually went to 0. And the app, I've never seen what happens. Like, I've never actually seen what happens when it reaches 0. So I was actually really curious. I was assuming, like, maybe it'll just prompt me and be like, enjoy the fucking free food, bro. But no, I don't think that, yeah. It put a little message that said, please put the food in a safe space, whatever the fuck that means. So I parked my car, and I get out, and I start walking, and I'm so confused, yo. I walked into the fucking building, this building that has no fucking number, and I walked right through that shit over there, and I'm just walking, and I still don't see a goddamn number, and I'm looking everywhere for this fucking number. I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck I am. And I start walking, and there's this lake with a fence, I don't know, and then there's like a fucking like a no trespassing sign. It's getting real sketchy. So I have no idea what to do. I'm walking. I'm trying to find a safe space to put this fucking food. And I see this mail center with like some lights, and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty decent. Whatever. It looked like the leasing office or something. But it's fucking 12:30 in the morning right now. I'm almost positive they're fucking closed. I'm walking over to this leasing office, and I'm crossing to the next building over, and I see this like old man just chilling on the second floor. And I was a little hesitant to talk to this guy, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, hey man, do you happen to know what building this is? And I swear to God, I was actually like a little nervous because I had no idea what this was going to turn into. But he looked at me, and he looked kind of like aggressive, but he was so nice. He was so nice. He was just like, oh yeah, certainly. This is 12422. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Do you happen to know what the building over is? And he's like, yes, let me think about that for a second. That's 12492. And I'm like, perfect. That's the exact address on my app. And he's like, excellent. He's like, no worries at all. He's like, absolutely, my pleasure. And he sits back down. The nicest man I have ever met in my life. So I go to the original building I was at. Mind you, it was that one right there, which is exactly where those two random people were at the beginning of the night when I was like, hey, DoorDash, and they're like, nah. So yeah, I was a little hesitant, but I found the apartment number on the first floor, like the actual number, and I was like, okay, this must be it. I'm assuming. I'm just gonna trust that old man told me this is the right building. And I knock on their door, and nothing, right? And so I was like, all right, whatever. I guess I'll just leave their food on the floor. All of a sudden, someone cracks the door open, and it's like this little girl, and she's like. And I'm like, DoorDash? And she's like, what? And I'm like, is this 1492 or whatever? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, DoorDash? I'm like, it's weird. They're like, we didn't order DoorDash. And I'm like, that's so strange. And I showed her the phone, and it was their exact same like apartment number. It's fucking crazy. And they were like, hold on, let me talk to my brother. And then she goes back inside. I'm waiting for like 5 minutes, and all of a sudden this lady comes out, And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My phone is not working. And I was like, oh, so this is your food? And she's like, yeah, my bad. And I'm like, here you go. How are people so fucking dumb?